At 40, 1 year feels like what 1 month felt like when you were 10 years old. Strange, right? Time itself hasn't changed, yet your experience of it clearly has. Think about childhood summers that felt endless, almost stretching forever beyond imagination. Now entire years disappear, quietly slipping past before you even notice they began. So what actually changed? The clock or something inside your mind? Most people assume it's just aging, but the truth is far more fascinating. The hidden pattern begins with how your brain measures life through proportion, not absolute time. When you were 10, 1 year represented a huge piece of your entire existence. It was 1/10 of everything you had ever lived, felt, remembered, or understood. But at 50, that same year becomes only a tiny fraction of your lived experience. Your brain compares time against your past, not against a calendar hanging silently on walls. This is why childhood felt slow, rich, detailed, and emotionally stretched across memory. Waiting for a holiday felt endless because your life story was still incredibly short. Each passing day added something completely new to your understanding of the world. But adulthood slowly replaces discovery with repetition, and repetition quietly compresses perceived time. You wake up, follow routines, repeat familiar tasks, and days begin blending together. Your brain stops recording detailed memories because nothing feels meaningfully different anymore. Imagine slipping through a photo album where every page looks almost identical to the last. The brain groups similar experiences together, shrinking weeks into something that feels like moments. That's why a childhood Christmas felt endlessly anticipated, while adult holidays arrive almost suddenly. What most people don't realize is that novelty acts like a time-stretching mechanism inside the brain. New experiences demand attention, forcing your mind to process more information every single moment. And when more information is processed, time feels longer, richer, and more deeply lived. But there's another hidden change happening quietly beneath awareness, your brain's processing speed. As we age, neural processing gradually slows, reducing how many mental frames we perceive each second. Think of it like watching life at slightly lower frame rate without realizing anything changed. Fewer neural snapshots mean fewer distinct memories, and fewer memories make time feel compressed afterward. Your brain isn't lazy, it's simply becoming efficient by predicting familiar experiences automatically. Efficiency saves energy, but it also removes the vividness that once stretched moments wide. Childhood is filled with uncertainty, learning, mistakes, and surprises that constantly activate neural growth. Adulthood often seeks stability, comfort, and predictability, unknowingly speeding up subjective time perception. The paradox is powerful. The safer life feels, the faster it seems to pass. Here's what actually happens. Routine smooths experience, and smooth experiences leave lighter memory footprints. When memories feel thinner, your brain looks back and concludes less time must have passed. That's why 5 routine years can feel shorter than one unforgettable year full of change. But science shows a fix, and it doesn't require quitting your job or traveling endlessly. The solution is intentional novelty, small, meaningful disruptions inside ordinary daily life. Taking a new route, learning a skill, or meeting unfamiliar people refreshes neural activity instantly. Even mindful attention can slow time by forcing the brain to notice overlooked details again. When you pay deep attention, ordinary moments regain texture, depth, and emotional weight. Imagine reclaiming lost years simply by making each day slightly less predictable than yesterday. Novelty creates stronger memories expand perception, and expanded perception stretches experienced time. You're not slowing clocks, you're enriching how densely life is recorded inside your mind. The hidden pattern here is simple. Repetition compresses time, while curiosity expands it again. So instead of chasing more time, start designing richer moments within the time you already have. Try one small change tomorrow, something new enough to wake your attention fully. Notice how the day suddenly feels longer, clearer, and more alive than usual. Because time isn't only measured by seconds passing, but by memories deeply formed. Your future self will not remember routine days, but vividly lived moments full of awareness. Slow down by noticing, exploring, learning, and allowing life to surprise you again. Maybe growing older doesn't have to mean life accelerating beyond your control after all. Maybe the real skill is learning how to experience time, not simply survive inside it. If today felt slightly longer while listening, your perception already began quietly changing. And that means you still have the power to stretch the years ahead.